possesses all the actions essential for a barrier healer. That's a bold statement. Like, did you see that? That's what we're talking about. That's how the chart is designed. Like, you have been this, become this. Become this. It has all the actions essential for a barrier healer. Like, yeah, okay, thank you. I'm not taking the Scolda anymore. The tank. Using defensive enhancement at optimal times will grant greater benefits. Oh, that's something I heard already, and I'm really curious about that. If that actually means, like, you get more resources, or you save some resources by using them properly. I like that a lot. Leylines is still 90 seconds, but inner release is 60. Leyline is still 90 seconds. Yoshi-P sad. Okay. Takeshi, been watching your YouTube channels for a little less than 2 years. Love the content. Thank you. Thanks a lot. That's a lot of time that you already watch my content, so thank you. Yeah, what do we have? 3 attack combos starting with Confidia will be added. Oh, that's Paladin, okay. Request guide will now be equally effective regardless of remaining MP. Yeah, that's cool. That's what I always liked, or I always wished for, because for me it felt like sometimes, especially in soloing content, you end up in a situation where you have to make a decision. Get more MP to get a proper use of Regress Guard, or just use your Clemency now. This of course changes all of that. And I think in a positive way, not like making it too simple, but making it better and more, yeah, better, just better. Warrior, damage up effects can now be triggered and extended by AoE combos. That's great. That's what we all wish for, right? So, especially that now they can be triggered by AoE combos. Before that, they could also only be extended, which is good. It's good, but it's better than you can extend it properly. Be upon execution in a release. Oh, I guess I will switch here. Yeah, I think that's better. What do we have? Dark Knight. Salted Earth will now affect the area immediately around you and make a new action available. So you get Salted Earth around you, and you get something like the recent Salted Earth that is getting procced from that, if I'm not mistaken. That would be cool, because then you have this instant attack and you can maybe combo that or use that in another situation. Your Simulacrum will also gain a new action when you acquire one of the new job's abilities. Simulacrum? Yeah, okay, nice. That's cool. That's, at least from the gameplay aspect, it sounds really, really nice. Even if the footage was not so hype like the other one was. Oh yeah, let me drink something. Okay, Gunbreaker. A Savage Claw and Wicked Talon will now swap in for Gnashing Fang on the hotbar, reducing the number of inputs. Will not swap, using... Ah, okay. That's great, because, yeah. I felt like you don't have to have 3 buttons when you basically just click through them anyways. Continuation will be able to be used following Burst Strike. Will able to be used following Burst Strike. Ah, so you basically combo into that with Burst Strike? That's cool. That means you have way higher frequency of using the whole combo there? I'm not sure. The continuation after burst is bad. Okay. A trait will raise the maximum number of cartridges to 3. Okay, that's cool. I always felt like you could easily run into overcapping on cartridges, in my opinion. If I'm really not used to the Gunbreaker, which I am not, so that's a good thing. Okay, so upcoming adjustments: melee DPS. Feignt's effect will be changed to reduce physical damage dealt and will also reduce magical damage dealt. Physical damage reduction will be more potent. Okay, that's not too bad. I think the roll commands especially are sometimes they feel like they could do more. Physical redemption will be more potent. So it also reduces magical damage now. Okay, that's good. Adjustments will ensure combos are not broken by ranged attacks. Oh yeah, that's something I always wanted, because sometimes you feel like... I hope this works for tanks as well, because when I'm a Dark Knight and when you really have to pull the boss somewhere in an immediate situation, it feels like you're losing so much potency by using your AoE attack, and that would be cool because you don't get this penalty anymore then. I would love that. That's really cool. There will be a parity between the physical and magical damage attributes of weapons at the same item level and accompanying changes to action potencies. Will be parity between physical and magical damage attributes of weapons at the same item level and accompanying changes to action potencies. So that means complexity on items will be increased? They're not doing the usual schedule? Does that mean it? That you have different weapons on the same item level? Oh my god. That's cool. If that I'm right, that would be awesome. Basically means more weapon damage, less potency. Okay. Alright. Okay, then it's not like I thought. My bad. Okay, so starting with Dragoon. AoE rotation will be expanded. A new action will be available upon a successful execution of weapon skill combo rotation. Okay, so we get another combo intersection attack between the side and back attacks, right? Doesn't sound too spectacular, but what I looked on the video was amazing. So whatever that means, in the video it looked amazing. So I'm all fine. Monk, what do we have here? Chakras will now be unlocked at lower level. When conditions are fulfilled, perfect balance will allow for the execution of a masterful blitz. The available blitz changes depending on the weapon skills used when under the effect of perfect balance. Okay, so perfect balance gets another priority now. That's cool. I really didn't like what they did with perfect balance so far. From the video, it really felt like Monk is getting a whole new rework, and I really like that. Because Monk felt a bit off for me. But I know that many people like them and love the Monk, so maybe not changing it too much. Susano, yeah, greetings. I wonder how's your squadron skills like at 6.0? I don't know. Samurai. Effect granted by Jinpu and Shifu can now also be applied by AoE combos. Yes, that's great. That's what I always wanted, like on the Warrior as well. New action in the vein of Leijutsu and Tsubame Geshi will be available. Okay, that's what I meant when they showed Midara doing it twice and also Higambana doing, or no, the AoE attack being done twice. That's cool. Ninja. Actions linked to Raiton, Doton, and Huton will be added. An action making it easier to apply Huton will be added. Okay. Action links to Raiton, Doton, and Huton will be added. That's cool. That's cool. Because not like the ninja is actually lacking some complexity, but maybe it's actually lacking some bridges to manage complexity, and that's really sounds like it's getting the bridges that the ninja has needed. Monk looks amazing. Curious about the teleports. Oh yeah, the teleports were fire. They were amazing. Uses a scythe to attack in tandem with their avatar and can serve as the avatar's vessel to unleash more powerful attacks, all able to grant enhancement to party. Unique and specialized actions give them an edge in specific combat situations. Great translation there. Okay, yeah, I can't talk about this. I have no clue what this means, but the job gauge on the Reaper, oh my god, this is amazing. This is really just simply amazing. Ranged physical DPS, Bard. Each of the 3 songs will make available a new action that applies a party-wide enhancement. New action will be available upon execution of Apex Arrow. Yeah, that's good because Apex Arrow really feels lackluster in my opinion. Apex Arrow just... It was something like, I need this to use my energy, to use my job gauge resources, and before that, it felt like it's really not useful at all. And that's great that it has something for it. Each of the 3 songs will make available new action that applies party-wide enhancer. Okay, so on top of the enhancement that we already have, We have another enhancement. That's cool. And I really like that you have more time for the stances. So you don't have this strict cycle of at this spot I need to change this into this stance, and at this spot I need to change in this stance. I guess they go for that. And it really felt like they improved the whole how's it called, the last stance that recently just is being used for transitioning into the Wondrous Minuet again. The how's it called, the bad one, you know what I mean, the useless stance where you just get the speed buffs there. I can't get the name right now, but yeah, Army's Peon, exactly, thank you. Yeah, it felt like they improved on that, and you have some actions happening there and some cool skills that are unlocked upon using this. Machinist, a new mechanically themed action called Chainsaw will be added. You're right. You were right. Oh my god, Chainsaw. Jeez, that's amazing. Is that the shotgun? Whatever it is, it sounds amazing. A chainsaw. That's cool. And new action will be added for the Automaton Queen. Yeah, that's also something I really look forward to, because the Automaton Queen always felt like it's just there dealing damage, and then yeah, it is depending on how long it's there and dealing damage. So it's cool that you actually have to do something in between that. The Dancer. Weapon skill effects such as Flourishing Cascade will now be shared across single target and AoE skills. So you can choose there. You can choose between those. Okay, that's cool, because I always felt like sometimes stacking these for AoE situations would make sense, but then you waste your single target potential. So that's definitely a cool thing. Grimzor, thank you for subscribing. Thanks a lot. 2 months already. That's cool. Thank you. New actions will be available upon the execution of technical finish, improvisation, and devilment. Okay, that's cool. I always felt like even if this big explosion damage comes out of these finishes, these dances, I always felt like maybe there could be more. There could be something more. It is required to listening to the Doom Eternal OST to buff your damage. I can definitely recommend that for many reasons. It's actually a cool soundtrack. I haven't played Doom yet, but the soundtrack I listened to at least once. That's really a cool one. Did we already saw the tank and healer changes? Yeah, the tank ones. The healer, we haven't reached that yet. At least today on this stream, you could actually watch it way earlier on Saturday. Okay, magical range DPS, Black Mage, Enochian. So there's no basic magical range DPS? No. Okay. Enochian will become a trait that is automatically applied while under the effect of Astral Fire or Umbral Ice. God thank this. That's so amazing, because I really hated to click this spell just for having it. That's just the perfect example for additional clutter that can easily be removed, and it's great to see that they actually think of this in the same way, and that's really cool. Under certain conditions, swapping between Astral Fire and Umbral Ice will make new actions available. That means swapping actually gives you a benefit, and that's amazing, because that definitely teaches even the worst Black Mage out there that you have to switch between these stances. You can't stay an Ice Mage to unlock certain skills then. Yeah, hopefully that will help out some Black Mage players that are struggling a lot. What do you think about Ninja? I just came on in. Ninja was, from the footage on the video, that was just amazing, and I really like that it seems that they try to bridge some complexity aspects in the Ninja's kit to make it more accessible. I'm not sure about this though, but it really looked like that. A new action will be available upon execution of Scourge. Yeah, we saw that there's another Consecution, another follow-up skill. The Flare, Verholy, and Scourge will be changed to AoEs. Available as part of AoE rotations. Okay, I'm not sure about this one. Does that mean it will only be available on AoE rotations, or it will also be available on AoE rotation? Because I'm not sure. The second alternative would be amazing. The first would be a bummer. Also, okay, yeah, I hope so. Would make sense at least. And of course, then that these are AoEs. That's just purely amazing. A defensive party-wide enhancement will be added. So yeah, that's what you talked about, Macy, the shield. I'm not sure about the Summoner shield. It looked like it could be a one selective shield for one member. But when it's party-wide enhancement, that would be awesome. Party-wide is definitely something else. That makes a clear difference. The utility, caster, and master. Yeah, exactly. Okay, Summoner, here we go. I love these new stances, by the way. That's really, really cool. Whatever Aggie is doing there, it's amazing. Just standing in awe of the new animations as well. Okay, significant changes to job mechanics. Yeah, we saw that in the trailer. All actions applying damage over time will be removed. So this is really, really a heavy thing. And you're absolutely right. For those of you that voted for the Summoner but had some comments running over my poll there last week, it doesn't make sense now. Right now we know everything changes drastically, especially for the Summoner. It doesn't bring anything to the table when I emphasize on the whole system of dots. And another thing is that I really love that dots are being removed, is that the calculation of ACT is much more correct now, and you don't have any struggle in keeping them up and not having proper damage output when dots are not there, which is super cool, because I always hated that sometimes in intermission phases when you have to kill ads very quick, like for example Cloud of Darkness, the first ad that is spawning. It's really a bummer for me that you don't have the proper kit there at the same time when you just want to apply dots to the boss. You always have to apply that to ads as well, and when the ads are not in range of the boss, you can't share the damage there or share the dots over. Able to summon Ifrit, Garuda, and Titan, not just Aggies. Yeah, that's what we saw. That's purely amazing. Augment abilities with elemental properties. Augmentable. Yeah, we saw that these big attacks, these stances that we're talking about, that's really, really, really cool. Okay, last but not least, healers. I always love these pictures. Whoever draws these pictures, that really reminds me of Final Fantasy Tactics and Tactics Ogre, if you know these games. I think the same people that were working on these games, or have been working on these games, are working on any department on Final Fantasy XIV right now. And I'm really happy that this is the case. They are really, really talented artists, especially like Vagrant Story, who's also the main designer of Nier Automata, for example, which, yeah, I think the design of characters in Nier Automata is groundbreaking. Not like it's so over-sexualized, like, we know that, but on the other hand, it's so unique. I really think that's remarkable, and if anybody thinks about Nier Automata, you directly know how the characters look. There's not any chance of rethinking, how did the characters of Nier Automata look? Especially also the male characters. Even if it's not everybody's taste, it's definitely something unique. But yeah, sorry about that little explanation outside of this happening. Yeah, Replicant too. A scholar's face is like, you will all see, just you wait. Yeah, it reminds me a bit of Emmett Selk, in all honesty. The look is really that classical Emmett Selk look, right? Okay, new actions that apply single target buffs will be added to each healer. Single target buffs. So buffs, I guess, means with each healer that you actually buff the offensive potential of other party members. That's really cool, because I think it sounds like, at least on this department, they're kind of even then. It's not DPS. Okay, then, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's mitigation, or not shield-like, something that helps out mitigating incoming damage. I'm not sure. Reducing damage numbers. We have all skills from Sage, and it's 10% damage reduction. Okay. Yeah, then basically reduction. By the way, do we have all the skills displayed somewhere at any website, or I don't know. You guys are so well informed. I feel like I miss a whole expansion of info. Protect is coming back. Nice. I love Protect, even if it was a bit finicky, because yeah, you just do it before the instance and then don't do it ever again. But I have a translation of skills at the bottom. Ah, okay. Good to know, Macy. Thank you. Cast time for offensive spells will be reduced. Cast time. Oh, that's cool. So basically, I'm not sure if that also affects the recast timer, but if it works like it works for the Astrologian already, that's amazing, because that always was the biggest problem of a white mage, that you're able to still have very, very limited amount of time to move or to use OGCDs or anything like that without breaking your glare spamming process. A limit break area of effect will be expanded to 50 meters. Just last week when we did Cloud of Darkness, there was one situation where I was just laying the total different end of the platform, and the limit break 3 could not reach me and raise me. So I guess this will also be working with LB3, and that's great, because that's what I always told. It's just not having the proper range sometimes. I'm not sure if 50 meters actually enough, but as it is 10 more meters than you have with ranged attacks, for example, I guess it will be. It's 1.5 seconds cast and 2.5 seconds recast. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like with the Astrologian. That's cool. That's really cool. Oh, White Mage first. A functionally and visually distinct restorative field action will be added. Okay, that's not the totem, right? Or it doesn't sound like a classical totem, but I'm not sure. It could also be that the totem has caused the field? Healing totem? Okay. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of totems. In WoW, I really never played the shaman because of that. I love the elementary shaman, elemental shaman, the melee shaman, but the totem placement was always the bummer for me. I hope that this doesn't ruin the raw healing experience of a white mage, because that's what I really love about the white mage, that you really feel like you're the raw healer, the most raw and natural healer of all of them. But maybe it's actually a cool thing. I'm not sure. I can't tell about this. Basically, Sacred Soul, etc. is like a totem as well. Sounds like a healing rain effect. How Desperius, I was hoping to see a reaction to the Summoner rework. Yeah, you can see that. I will also upload this on YouTube, and I'm basically just amazed by it. Not as amazed like some people hyped it, but it's cool. It's definitely cool. It's what I thought about and what I wished for, that you actually have to summon Bahamut a bit longer, and that the Bahamut stance has more meaning, like not spamming in spells mindlessly, just having very specific spells that are doing something with Bahamut. Astrologian, Diurnal Sect and Nocturnal Sect will be removed, and basic healing actions will be adjusted to have the same effects as they would have while under Diurnal Sect. Basic, yeah, that's what we are already expecting. There's no shield version of the Astrologian anymore. So Astrologian just becomes the buffing, card-using white mage now. The effect of divination will be changed, and the seals used for new enhancements applied to self. Okay, so they reworked the whole seal stuff again. Dragon Lady, thank you for subscribing. Thanks a lot. And welcome. If you haven't been here at all, we're just talking about the skills and changes happening to all the jobs, and already watched the trailer. Okay, so Scholar. A unique... Is that real? It's just one line for the Scholar? I feel like the Scholar could actually see a good rework, but maybe they will just surprise us with, hey, you thought we don't care about the Scholar? Here's the new Scholar. Have it and love it. A unique jump action which can enhance the party's movement speed even during combat will be added. Okay, that's unique at least. Sprint Mage. It feels intentionally less changes. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. Because I guess I'm not the only one that is thinking the Scholar could use a rework or could use some aspects of his kit being enhanced because they are just, yeah, not very, very cool. And they just don't work well together with each other. That's my biggest gripe there. Able to attack enemies and heal designated party members simultaneously. Okay, that's amazing. That's what I thought about, like the Dark Mage or Blood Mage or Shadow Priest healer, whatever. And that's cool. That basically means you don't have to focus on this or that, but you can do both together. Draws upon unique resources for healing enhancements and attack magic. Okay, that's cool. So you can use resources not only for healing, but for attack as well. That's cool. That's what I like about the White Mage Lily system, that you basically automatically get attack potency with the Flatus Misery. But here it sounds more like you have a choice to make, and that's cool. I like having choices in games. People said you don't need to attack as healer, get wrecked. Yeah, I'm really, really curious to see that. It could be my favorite healer because of all this description and because I hate totems. I'm not sure about this. They said the Scholar didn't need significant change as it's solely apart from pet IA. So with the Summoned rework, maybe fairies will be that much more responsive. Plus the 1.5 GCD. They said the Scholar didn't need significant changes? I feel like they're memeing. I think they are really memeing because they're certainly aware of the fact that Scholar is clunky. Maybe they're just memeing and then coming around like with, here you are. No problem. We got your back.